Marching toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Here we go. Mike 5-4.
Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd and 12, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. He'll try and run. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 39-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. And he will find his man on the outside.
Jackson's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a run with McFarland. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
13 yards remaining on second down. Off the play fake, Lewis. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
First and 10.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back up.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lewis. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times they just run past you in the initial point of contact.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony McFarland, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson now. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
T.J. Watt.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barton. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Cameron Hayward.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Check 26, check 26.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
58, boys, 58, 58. Mike, hey, pick your game up. Kill my Hey.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time to...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14. Ravens 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to air one out. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's Lewis on 1st and 10. And that one will fall incomplete.
Lewis's pass.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off-play action. Lewis sliding out of the pocket. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Lewis. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Lewis, off play action. The 20. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
25 yards. And a Steeler first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lewis. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
They begin the drive with McFarland, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Steeler ball carrier.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
4 yards on the pickup.
Again, McFarland.
And 6.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Queen on the tackle.
On the ground, it's McFarland. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll run here with McFarland. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
4th down.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Ravens 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. And one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Back at the 27.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Hey, let's get there. Sit up.
Here's Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They'll run with McFarland, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing is Lewis. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Ravens 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Barton. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And they'll go on the ground. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Made back at the 44-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Leads to third down and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Now a dump off here complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
6-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Mike 40, check.
He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On second down, McFarland. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet. and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Running with McFarland. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Lewis now on 3rd down. Completion here to Claypool. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
4th down.
Now Lewis throwing on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 1 set. Check. Middle. Mike, 54. I got it. Shoot.
To throw again. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
McFarland once more. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, long overdue.